So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Looking for you, possibly?
We are ready to play here in just a second.
Is that him? No.
We just got a text from the school that says, read the email.
Yeah, I was reading it.
That's funny. All right. So this is Jackrabbits Fall Ball. We'll talk about that in just a second, everybody. This is Mike back on the audio. I've got Kieran here in the booth with me today running the scoreboard. Oh, not, sorry, Keith, Kieran's dad. Kieran will be on the field. Keith will be in the booth with me today. He'll be running the scoreboard, so now we won't be ridiculously behind on every pitch. So you all can send him your thanks in the Team Reach app if you're a grown-up attached to one of our Jackrabbits, or you can send him a note in the comments here. So Jackrabbits Fall Ball 13U, reminding that we are pitching from a little bit different. We're pitching from 56 feet, and the base paths are 80 feet, so a little step up for our 12U team that's moving up. The couple of 13U kids that stayed with the 13 year, and so they're used to this. So the last game ran quite long. That's why we're just getting started right now. And it was unfortunately, you're guaranteed 4 innings in this Highlands Ranch Fall Ball, and that one was a bit of a blowout. I think it was about a 2 run differential between the teams, and so the game stretched on to get through 4 innings. Hopefully our game will be tight and tidy, and we'll get a lot of innings in without a blowout. We are playing Warriors Elite. We have seen Warriors Elite in some iteration previously, and they play good ball, so fully expect that they will bring a good game to us today. So right now we're waiting on the umps. I believe the umps have just taken some time to go change. So the home plate ump is changing into field uniform, and field ump changing into home plate uniform. So and just doing a quick quality control here so that we know that we are live and that you're in the game. Again, we are waiting on umps. The boys are ready to play. Boys on both teams have been ready to play for quite some time. So just hang loose, everybody. Make sure you got this game on maybe in the background for now. I'll let you know. I see one ump strolling over. He had the easier job, which was to take his gear off. So hopefully the home plate ump will be joining us in just a second. So we'll go. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're still waiting on the umpires here. So stream is live. Keep it active in the background. We'll be back as soon as we have a home plate umpire. We get an hour 45, so we promise you lots of baseball today, but it's going to stretch into the afternoon here.
Have you seen that one video where the dude, he got hit by a pitch and then he like this and catch it and then he has to pitch?
He got hit by a pitch. He said, boom!
Hello.
I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go 1 second and then boom and then.
And then you're out.
My truck's at my house. Hey, Jorge, be the catcher. Be the catcher.
El ministro. And then ran towards the pitcher. Have you ever heard of Dominican Ayala? Have you ever heard of Dominican Ayala?
Don't throw my bat. The bat threw itself, kitty.
When my dad used to go to high school at Poly, if you were to bounce the ball like that, that's 1 lap of it. Coach Hunter's boo at baseball. Yo, he said you're a boo at baseball.
I didn't say
I asked him if
I
you're
said
a boo at baseball, and he's like, yeah. He's like, no, you saw me play? You want to try? You want to try? You go one-on-one with the player that's on stop. And then we'll go one-on-one. How far the ball can. Because I guarantee I hit you. And I'll out-pitch you. I'll outrun you too. And I'll out-steal you too. And I'll out-pitch you too. So, we do this all day. You're 12, he's 25. you guys change your colors? Did you used to be?
We've always been this sort of North Carolina. Yeah, exactly. Hey, folks, we continue to wait on umpires here, so just give us a moment. Keep tuned in, but have this run in the background. I know Nana and Papa down there in Vegas, or I don't know if you guys are in Vegas or where you are this weekend, but yes, it's still happening. Game is definitely still happening. Your grandson's still pitching, but we now without an umpire.
That's how little confident I have. Little confident.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an umpire, as you can see there on the screen. Looks like it was the field ump from last inning, so he has put his battle gear on. And then I think the ump that was behind the plate is now in the field. So we will be going here very soon. The Jackrabbits are the visitors. So as visitors, they will bat first. Just talking to one of the dads for the Warriors Elite. They are using this game as developmental as well. So we would expect that in a normal summer league or weekend tournament, you would see a pretty competitive team. I think what this time you're going to see is a lot of kids playing positions they don't. Gentleman shared that his son had a broken arm and had not played any baseball until the game last weekend and was given the ball to pitch and trying to figure out how to make that happen. So I expect we'll see some or more of that today. So as you can see here, we've got the Warriors Elite taking the field. And we'll give you just a quick run around. Here's the first base view. Here's the third base view, and of course here's home. So we are. You got a factoid for me?
You got an all lefty battery.
What? You have an
All lefty battery. Pitcher catcher lefty.
Oh my goodness, that is true. Warriors are elite, rolling out an all lefty battery. You have a left-hander on the mound and a left-hander behind the plate. Behind the plate, often uncommon because they have to throw over a right-handed batter, which is the most common. So that pitch was clocked at 52. I had 52 on mine GoPro. What'd you have?
I had 35 from the catcher
Oh,
back.
35 from the catcher back. So the catcher not bringing the heat today.
Yeah, no,
He's pacing himself.
We'll see.
We're go-
According to Isaiah, Mike, this is the 14
Oh, is this 14 yet? Well, then they're in the wrong division, aren't they? I got 54. What'd you get? You got 60? Okay. It sounded like a 60. So I'm going to have to.
13, 14.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, they're playing developmental like we are, so they're not playing the. They're not playing like when we saw them in AYL. They're not playing the same setup. They're going to play to get some kids pitching like we are.
But I don't think it's the same team.
Well, it's some of the same parents. So yeah, because I'm having a conversation.
Very,
It's all kids are the same. All kids are the same.
very unreliable.
I see. So I assume a lefty is not your normal catcher. He's not your normal catcher.
No, he's one of them.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Yep.
Wouldn't be the starting. Could be.
All right, and we have Javon starting off. So heads up, Crystal and Cody. We got Javon leading off. I apologize. I need to go through that. I'm still working on some of my hardware here, trying to get my pocket radar working. So Javon will step in, although ump is not behind the plate yet. So Javon steps back out. Good awareness of what's going on. And we hear a play ball from the ump. So there we go. We are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. That first one comes in at 61, plenty high. Ball one. So, whoops. Throwing at the speed that's a little bit faster, a little bit harder than we saw last weekend. And at the upper end of what we've seen all season, 61. Next pitch. Ball is low and away at 60. Sorry, low and in. So we have a 2-0 count to Javon. .57, took a little off right over the outside corner. Javon taking all the way. Not much you could do with that pitch anyway. So again, with fall ball being about developing skills. Ooh, swing and a miss at a 55, right at the letters. So that was a good swing and a good pitch. A little something off of that again for the accuracy from our starting pitcher here for Warriors Elite. And the next pitch is inside, taken to a full count here. Javon extremely talented at working the count and getting the. It's in my space. I'm not having a wooden stick at my feet. You can go play with it somewhere else. Bases loaded, or sorry, full count. Fly ball down the right field line, and it's foul over the fence. So somebody from the dugout, or from the Jackrabbits dugout, will go get it. And Coach talked a lot about being prepared for today's game and doing better with today's game. So, and that's ball 4. Javon will run down to first now. We'll see with the 80-foot base paths, a little bit more work for our runners, but nonetheless, probably a green light here for Javon, although Javon has to see that this is a left-handed batter, or left-handed pitcher, excuse me, and has to be ready. Throw over, and Javon will be picked off here in a pickle, and he is out. So Javon got the steal sign, was going all the way, and didn't read the pitcher. So with that, We now have bases empty and Jorge standing in with a clear count. No balls, no strikes. So Javon really frustrated himself. You can see as he enters the dugout there. 61, strike at the letters. Again, this is why we play fall ball. So you have those situations where the games don't really matter and you learn how to read the pitcher when you're on the base. From the windup, here comes the next pitch. And that ball is 59 down low. So again, this all lefty battery, the left-handed catcher has to worry about hitting the right-handed batter when he throws the ball back. Ball's in the dirt, doesn't make it all the way to the plate, 55. And I want to just shout out to Tony sending me a text, wishing me a good game in the box here. Appreciate that. Of course, miss your voice, good sir. Ooh, swing and a miss at a really nice, it looked like maybe a changeup. Was sliding away from Jorge now. So Jorge in the hole with, I'm sorry, not in the hole. He's got a 2-2 count. So let's see what pitcher taking extra time. So assume that he's changing his grip. Look for a curveball here. And he gets something. That ball is going to loop into right center. And Jorge is going to get the 80 feet safely down to first. In steps Chris. Chris rocking the Miami Vice bat. So, got to be aware of what's going on with the pitcher now. Jorge does, but with Chris in. So Chris is Mr. Hot and Cold. He's been that way for much of the season. Ended the summer season cold, and last week also failed to get on base. So let's see if we can turn that around here. Jorge doesn't go anywhere. The ball kicks off the backstop and it actually hits the concrete and bounces all the way back to the pitcher. So huge hole on the left side now as the shortstop is holding Jorge on. Expectations that Chris won't pull this. Chris swings and misses a 51-mile-an-hour pitch, and the ball gets away. Jorge takes third safely. So Jorge just one base away from being the first run for the Jackrabbits. Chris now with a 1-1 count, so he's got a little bit to play with here. A ground ball of any substance probably gets Jorge in. The ball is high, 51. That's a curve, I think. Definitely looked like it broke from the left-handed batter's box over the plate, but it was high. So Chris really needed to be watching. That was a beautiful 60-mile-an-hour on the black. Wow. Really solid pitching here by Warrior Elite pitcher. 2-2 count now. Chris has got to be swinging at anything. Got to be assuming that you're swinging here. And he is. 62 in the eyes. Swing and a miss. 2 down now. In steps Teddy. Teddy now with a stepping in. Jorge on third. Batting cleanup now with Cole no longer in the lineup. That ball skips at his feet at 59. Teddy loves a good first pitch fastball, so now have to see if he's got thinks here. He's going to think about what he wants. He informed his mom and I that he needs a new bat for his birthday. So 60 inside. Teddy not willing to wear that one on the hip. Don't blame it, that would hurt. Anyway, Man and Papa heads up. Teddy's got his eye on a drop 8 bat that runs a cool $399. So ground ball to the right side. Gonna go to the second baseman. Teddy will be there, and he's out by a step. So with that, plenty of bat on the ball, but no runs crossed. Jackrabbits unable to successfully plate anyone. And so we go to the bottom of the first. Jackrabbits nothing. Warriors Elite still to take the at bat. And one of the things that coaches challenge the kids to do is work on a single thing to be better at and do that better every game. Yours truly in the broadcast booth is going to do the same. I'm going to try to not leave the camera on first or third for any pitches, that you would be able to see every single pitch that comes in. I know I got feedback from a couple of folks that last week I left the camera on first base for like 3 batters in a row. So that was on me, my bad. In my defense, I was running it all solo. I didn't have Keith, trusty Keith, running the scoreboard. But I got that today, so no excuses. You're gonna see every pitch out of the pitcher's hand and into the catcher's glove. So Teddy takes the mound to warm up. He'll get 7 pitches here. He was all warmed up and ready to fire. But then we had a long delay, as you guys all saw. So we'll see if he can get that warmed back up. He's doing a little manicuring of the mound. His task was to come out and throw strikes. So last week we talked about him not being ready. Teddy at a 59. So that's a nice warm up there. So just doing a little checking up on the radar guns and see how they were looking. Teddy was throwing 58, 59. He's never hit 60 on the gun, so today might be a first. He looks like he is ready to bring the heat. During warm-ups, all 3 pitches that he has, a changeup, a curve, and a fastball were working, especially his fastball and changeup. He throws them from the same release point. That is the same, the hand is in the same place as the batter, from the batter to take a look at, and so batter doesn't know if they're going to see a fastball or a changeup. And at 56 feet and throwing nearly 60 miles an hour, you have a split second to decide whether that's going to be coming in at 60 miles an hour or if it's going to be coming in at 55 miles an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but is enough to make the difference between a squibber and a solid hit. Let me go through the defensive things. Without Tony, I forget to do that. So you got Teddy on the mound. Sorry, Dad's prerogative, paying attention to him there. His battery mate behind the plate, catcher Isai. At third, we have, who do we got over there? Gianni. At short, we've got Jorge, of course. Ricardo at second. And Jack will be first base. So expect Jack to play a lot of first base in the absence of Cole. As a left-hander, it's a natural position for him. We've got... who do I have in right? Javon in right, Chris in center with the big wheels, and looks like Isaiah in left. So that is our setup for this first inning. Again, developmental, we're batting everybody, we're playing everybody, so we'll see, most likely we'll see new players at literally every position every inning. So Teddy will be throwing number 14 here. Left-handed batter steps in. Everybody's ready to go. Ump is putting his mask on and not quite ready as everybody else. He's had a long day on the field already with several hours still to go, so he's pacing himself. Teddy here with the first pitch. The goal here is to pitch 9 pitches and be out of the inning. There's a pop-up, 57 on the inside corner. Over behind the third base dugout. 1 pitch, 1 strike. That's what you like to see. So one of the things Coach told him is at the end of his warm-up, he should be huffing and puffing and breaking a sweat. And so he took that to heart today. Ooh, Teddy bounces a 51-mile-an-hour pitch. So I think that was supposed to be a changeup and that came out of his hand funny. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss at a 48-mile-an-hour floater. Supposed to be a curve, but was not. But nonetheless was a second strike, so we'll take it. Again, Teddy trying to throw 9 pitches and get out of the inning. So let's see if that can happen. We are on with 3 pitches so far. That curveball is 55 and high, and no bueno there. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, clocked to right field. Javon underneath it. Oh, and it's over his head. He is going to go to 2, and he will get in safely to second on a leadoff double on a high fastball, a 2-2 count. So everybody knew it was a fastball coming, and bravo to the batter who able to make contact on it. So Teddy gives off a leadoff double. With that, a man on second. Next batter steps in. And Teddy's off the stretch, looking back at second. He's going to throw it. Gets all the way to the backstop. Oh, and I missed the first pitch of the game. Darn it, everybody. I'm sorry. That ball got all the way to the backstop. Shucks. So first pitch was high and away. Skipped the backstop, allowed the runner to get to third. Teddy bounces the next one in at 55. And look and see if Eastside's going to throw it down. He does not. He just looks it over. Teddy now set, working from behind in the count here. There it is, 56, right at the letters on the outside. Nicely done. And 2 balls, 1 strike. Teddy trying to hit all the corners. High, low, inside, outside. That was an inside and high, but that was a good pitch. Can't be sad about that. That pitch looked like it was right where he wanted it. Look for him to pitch one down and away here. Down and away on a 3-1 count. Oh, that ball is high. Ball 4. Ball will take his base. So now they have runners at first and third, and we'll see if anybody's going to throw down on a steal. Eastside has the cannon enough to do it, or will we get a double play on a grounder? That was a 54-mile-an-hour changeup, I think. And that ball was high. So Teddy now struggling to throw strikes consecutively. Next pitch. Runner's not going. That was beautiful. Teddy took some off there. 55 fastball. Grooved that one. The Warriors elite batter wasn't swinging. He knew that Teddy was struggling as well, so was not looking to give Teddy any free pitches. Look for the Warriors elite to be swinging at this pitch here. Runner goes, pop up. That ball should go into center. And Isaiah comes down with it, and the runner and comes in for the first run for Warriors elite, but there's one down for Warriors elite, and the first. And then now the batter's up. So now we've got the number 4 hitter for the Warriors elite coming up. Eastside with a brilliant stop. Teddy checks the runner. Runner's not going anywhere. Weird throw back to Teddy. Teddy has to go retrieve it off the ground. And here we go with a 1-0 count. It's the number 4 hitter. The cleanup hitters are often known because the idea being that the bases are loaded and you clean up those bases. He, however, swings and misses at a 57-mile-an-hour fastball in his eyes. So now with a 1-1 count, Teddy can play with him a little bit. I'd love to see Teddy throw a changeup here. Runner goes, and he gets underneath it, and he gets it way over his head, and that is going to be a 1 bounce to the fence, and Chris retrieves it. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then the leadoff triple, or not leadoff triple, but a triple for the cleanup hitter, doing exactly what he's supposed to do, which is drive runs in. So 2 runs in now for Warriors elite, and no down. Number 19, one down, sorry, you're right, one down. Thank you, Keith, for keeping. And number 19, left-handed batter stepping in. Jackrabbits will almost certainly give up a run for an out here. Teddy with a 49-mile-an-hour changeup outside in the dirt. Next pitch. Follows back with a 57-mile-an-hour pitch in the same location. That one pops the glove for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Teddy really doing a good job of changing up his pitches today. They did come ready to pitch. They're just hitting him. That is maybe a curveball inside. Looked like quite a bit of breaking action, although should have broken away from him, not from him. So not sure what that was, but it was 52, swing and a miss, foul ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chance for Teddy to get a strikeout here. Look for a fastball high and away. Swing and a miss. 56. Teddy gets the strikeout. It wasn't away, but it was high, and that is 2 down now. In steps a big, tall Warriors elite player, and he's got the high socks, rocking the high socks. Gives him an even more elongated stature. 46-mile-an-hour changeup for strike one. This kid was way out in front of it, so Teddy not starting off with the traditional fastball, messing up Warriors elite batter. Next pitch. Oh, ump wanted to call it a strike, but it was a little outside, 56. So Teddy's now he'd thrown 3 consecutive strikes. First ball, that one was close. Look for him to do maybe a curveball here. And that was off the hands, a beautiful swing by the batter, who then got his hands inside and just muscled that through the left side. So Teddy throwing strikes, but Warriors elite just hitting the ball where they ain't, putting the bat on the ball. Can't be upset, I don't think, with his pitching today, even though he's given up now 3 runs here in the bottom of the first with 2 out. He's been in command of his pitches. They're just getting through, getting over the players. Throw over, excuse me. Nobody's going anywhere. And runner is safe. So again, you're probably looking at 1 inning per pitcher. So this would be probably Teddy's pitch. There's a curveball, 47. Beautiful, beautiful breaking curveball. Go back and watch that one, Nana and Papa. Scrub that backwards. Kid was freaked out and bailed and broke over the plate for a beautiful pitch. I don't know why you don't throw that again. There's a ground ball through the right side, and everybody's going to move up. And maybe a play at first had Javon picked up and fired, but he just got into the cutoff man like he's supposed to. So now we have first and second, as you can see there, and the next batter comes up. So next batter is tying his shoe off camera. So he'll be. So again, the Warrior Elite is hitting the ball where they aren't, getting the ball through the infield, landing them in the outfield where they aren't. Teddy throwing well, but having given up 3 runs. Runners going, and the play at third. He is safe. The runner on first did not run, so the runner on first stayed at first for reasons. Somebody missed a sign there, but now it gives us first with 1 ball to the left-handed batter. Teddy with a fastball, 56, swing and a miss. Right in on the hands of number 3. So location is good for Teddy today. Teddy comes set now for the next pitch of the at-bat. Ooh, 51-mile-an-hour curveball high. It did break and fall into the zone, but it did not do it in time. And a little breeze now blowing from third to first across the infield and across where I'm at, the place where I'm at. And that ball goes through the left side, through the right side again, and it's going to move everybody forward. Another 80 feet. Again, just hit them where they ain't. Not where our first baseman, second baseman was. And runners now on second and first. And new batter up with 2 down. And I'm starting to wonder if they maybe have getting around hitting around here. I guess we'll have to look for a tall lefty to let us off. That ball's in the dirt, going to skip away, and everybody's going to move forward safely. So ball 1 to the hot pink batsman here, number 16. So a lot of these hot neon colors making an appearance here in fall ball. That was a beautiful curve to the right-handed batter. All the way away to where Eastside got it. It was 55 miles an hour. So Teddy's curveball is really working for him today. Whereas they're hitting his fastball. So I wonder if they shouldn't just be calling more curves. There's a pop fly down the left field line and out of play. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. I hope they call a curve here because he's clearly zoomed in on the fastball, but didn't like the curve. So give him the curve, and that should end the inning. Let's see what coach calls for Eastside to relay to Teddy. Teddy changing his grip in his glove, and there it is. Oh, 48 miles an hour, a little high to the batter. So now we have a 2-2 count. I'd go back and do it again. They've been hitting the fastball no problem. Been zoomed in on the speed of the fastball. Teddy's fastball not making any movement laterally, so might as well throw the curve again. That is a 49 mile an hour curve, so now you're 3-2. Pitches didn't execute. Runner at second and third, so you could walk him. There's no harm in a walk here. First base empty, but Teddy I don't think wants to do that. He's going to come back with a fastball right here. And there it is, and it's a pop-up to the right side. No, but Jorge called it, but dropped it, and 2 runs will score. And again, inability to just catch the ball, just hitting the ball where they ain't. I mean, that ball is 10 feet deeper, 10 feet shorter. That's the third out of the inning, but it is not. And as such, the Jackrabbits continue to flail here in the bottom of the first. Teddy giving up 6 earned runs, 2 outs. So Warriors Elite really able to zoom in on that high 50 mile an hour fastball. Everybody's made good contact on it. And there's another one to the right side. That ball's going to drop down the right field line. That's going to go out of my camera view, but trust me, it is the ball is coming in, and runners go to first and third. Again, the fastball, really, they're just teeing off on it. So Teddy needs to go to his second and his third pitches if he's going to get this next out here. So, and it looks like we have now batted around. This will be the bottom of the order for Warriors Elite in this inning. The ball is high, 55. And 6-0, first and third. Man, as Teddy's dad, I'm frustrated because he's been pitching well, and they're just, again, not going where it's not. And there's a pitch to, hit to Ricardo. Ricardo throws the ball away. Batter will reach on an error. Should have been the third out of the inning. Instead, we'll extend the inning. So we definitely can't afford to give those outs away. Teddy will see number 14 again. Ricardo really grumpy with himself. A lot of body language out there at second. Really not happy with himself. Probably knows he should have flipped it to second, which would have been the easier play. Ricardo now getting his head in. Teddy wiping it away, and then the ball is crushed to left center. That ball is going to drop. It will clear the bases. There is a good chance that will be a home run. It is rolled all the way to the track, and we're going to have a play at third. And no, he will be safe at third. So stopped the home run, but a base clearing triple gives us a 9-0 first inning. And again, other than Teddy's fastball being very hittable, not sure what you'd do differently here. So 2 additional runs score on that triple when, so I can't remember how that works. I think that's makes 8 earned runs and 1 unearned run, but if anybody knows, feel free to text me or feel free to let me know in the chat how you would score that here. Oh, and I missed 2 pitches. Sorry, folks. 2 balls. Teddy now clearly frustrated. Not sure, you know, got a lot of pitches on the arm. This will certainly be his only inning. And threw that behind the batter. Coach needs to call a timeout and go have a chat with him. He needs someone just to go talk to him and talk him through what's going on. He's pretty strong mentally, but this has obviously rattled him, frustrated with his own pitching, frustrating to still be pitching, I think. And 55-mile-an-hour curve goes nowhere. Fouled off. Swing and a miss at a 58-mile-an-hour fastball at the letters. All right, we got a full count now. Full count, 2 outs. Real payoff pitch here. Let's see what Teddy can do with it here. Pitch. And pop up. Straight up. Foul ball. Isai couldn't see it. It was straight up in front of him, but Isai wisely lets it go. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Quality at bat here for the Warrior Elite batter. Teddy's got to come back now. Kid's clearly clued in on a fastball, so if a changeup or a curve is working, you'd throw that here. Let's see how he's feeling. He goes with the changeup in the dirt, 51 miles an hour, and that will give us runners at first and third. I think he short-armed that changeup a little bit rather than trying to throw it as hard as you can with a different grip. He changed his delivery and pumped the ball in there. So Isai also a look of frustration on his face. So Teddy facing this batter for a second time, who then corks that ball straight to Chris, over Chris's head. He broke in and comes back, so that ball will go all the way to the fence again. And we will have runners at, oh, the runner's going to come in. Ricardo not throwing the ball in, so lets the runner just take home, and giving us now an 11-run first inning for All right, we have a slight disagreement here with head coach and home about whether there's a throw-in or walk-in. Ricardo walking that in. Just walking in so he didn't throw it and have a runner advance on an overthrow. Oh, slow internet detected. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. All right. Oh, come on. We got frustration. Someone's going to get tossed. Hey. So we got a lot of screaming at each other now. All right, let's...
We can take a smoke break for you too if you want. Let us know.
So the boys are playing fall ball where this game doesn't matter. And so let's get focused on getting this out. So Teddy, thank you, Tony, for let me know the last 3 are unearned. So hopefully we can get the out here. A shadow across the infield here now. Teddy resetting, Teddy getting a better sense of his surroundings here. Looks like he called that a ball, 60 miles an hour. So Teddy still got heat in the arm, but again, the Warriors Elite kids are hitting the fastball, no problem. 57, Teddy goes back and gets another high fastball there. Looks like he's pitching with purpose now, maybe a little bit angry, I don't know. Maybe just tired of being out there, but difficult on his face. And dug out by Jack. That ends the inning. So we are down a whole lot, 11 after 1. And we not a great inning, although I'm not sure what's happening. So a little bit more back and forth between coach and ump, but it looks like we're gonna be done. All right, so the Warriors Elite will take the field, and we'll have, what do we got up here? We got the whole lineup is all different now. Gianni will bat with Ricardo on deck and in the hole, sorry. We'll have Aaron, and if those folks get on, we'll see Kieran, Jack, and Isai. All right, looks like we got a new pitcher here. So as expected, in fall ball, you're going to give everybody a chance to do something new. We got a new pitcher, we got a new catcher. My guess is a bunch of new defensive alignment for the Warriors as well, but I don't know them well enough to know, but that's probably the case. All right, folks, I got to go fill up my water bottle, so I'm going to go on mute. You should still be able to hear some sounds of the game, so that we're live here. So you go on the top of the first. So Gianni ready to step in. Ump behind the plate, but catcher immediately calls time. So we've got, again, new pitcher, and we'll see how the boys do against this pitcher. He's not throwing nearly as hard as the lefty that we had in the first inning, where Jackrabbit still were able to put the bat on the ball, a couple of our batters, but not able to score. So first pitch to Gianni is a 55-mile-an-hour pitch inside the letters. Gianni swings and misses. So coach had noted that the Warriors Elite they'd won the AYL championship, and they'd done a lot of travel, including out-of-state travel, and so they were probably the team to beat here in fall ball. So clearly after one inning, that is obviously the case. Gianni takes that second pitch for a ball, 1 strike. Gianni behind on that. Ooh, wow, 58 mile an hour. That number 16 here coming with a little bit more oomph than he had earlier. So gaining strength here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gianni takes strike 3 right down the middle. So 4 pitches, 1 down. With the different defensive positions, it looks like the Warriors Elite a little confused about how to throw the ball around, but they got it figured out. And rightfully celebrating a 4-pitch strikeout. Ricardo steps in now. Ricardo swings at a 52-mile-an-hour pitch out of the zone. Ricardo fouls back, a 56-mile-an-hour fastball. With 2 strikes, Ricardo is often a free swinger, often swinging really if anything's close. So let's see what kind of plate discipline he's got here, because I assume that the Warriors elite pitcher will be smart enough to bury one in the dirt here. No, he brings a fastball right down the middle at 56. Ricardo just underneath it. The longer we're seeing these straight as narrow 56-mile-an-hour fastballs, the better chance for Ricardo to get on base here. Oh, that's 51 changeup outside. And they throw that ball around, so I believe that was 4 pitches for another out. So we're at 16 here doing a really good job. So in steps Aaron. Kieran will get into the on-deck circle. We want him to get on. Aaron half swings at a 53-mile-an-hour fastball. Sorry, changeup on the outside corner. It popped like a fastball, but it was only 53, so we know that's the off-speed pitch for this kid. Oh. Pitcher falls off the rubber, it looked like. And we all reset. Here comes the second pitch of the at-bat. And a ground ball to third. Third baseman throws over to first. It's not on target, but it's enough. He is out. And so 3 up, 3 down for the Jackrabbits. And after an inning and a half, it is 11-0. So we'll see what the defensive setup is here, and we'll see what the who's on the mound as well. And trying to figure out who's looks like Teddy is taking back to the field. I don't know if he's headed to the mound or what. Again, Jackrabbits are just absolutely not running. They take to the field as if it's a funeral procession every game. Drives me insane. So looks like Teddy is about to grab the ball, and he will be back on the mound. So with that, we will see at least Teddy back in the same spot. I see some changes to the outfield, but maybe a similar infield here. So, and looking to figure out who our catcher is. So we're missing Joe today. We're also missing what else are we missing? Jabrell. Joe and Jabrell are out today. We miss them. Hello to their families if they're listening. We got, who's catching? Oh, Kieran's catching. Sweet. All right, we got a Kieran behind the plate for the first time. So he and Teddy, I don't believe, ever worked together. So we're going to be working on that. Teddy with a big smile as he throws his first one past him. So as I see it, we've got Isaiah at third. We've got Jorge at short, Ricardo at second, and Jack back at first. Aaron in right. Chris still in center, and Javon in left. So that means we will see a little bit of a change on the infield and all change on the outside. So Kieran now is got some experience catching, I believe, but not for this fall ball season, as he missed last week. So when is he caught? Did he cut in the 13U summer season?
Summer season.
Summer season. Okay. So plenty of experience. All right. So 13U summer season catching experience, and so balls have been called in, and number 19, I believe, is the 3-hole hitter for Warriors Elite. So Teddy back on the mound with a bunch of pitches on his arm already, and hopefully we can go quicker this inning and not give up 11 more. Kieran with the throw down, solid whip, puts it right there, and the boys flip it around. Ball goes back to Teddy. And Teddy will come set. First pitch. Ball is outside, 49. I think that was a curveball. It didn't curve. Throw gets past Teddy. So Isaiah at third is interesting because Isaiah's got a strong arm, but hasn't played a whole lot of infield. So again, developmental baseball. 55, swing and a miss. So get Isaiah some reps at third. Similarly, Jack hasn't played a ton of first, although he loves it over there. So getting more reps for him. Kieran catches that ball outside, 54. And then our outfield looks very similar with guys that have gotten quite a few innings in the outfield. So a few changes, but not a ton of changes defensively. Teddy comes set, next pitch. Swing and a miss at 54. So whatever he's throwing for those 2 strikes at 54 miles an hour, number 19 is struggling to hit. See if they go back to it. Kieran relaying the next pitch. Teddy changing his grip. As a ball outside, 49. That was his curveball. So full count now, payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. 54 again. That was the magic number, the number 19 there. In steps what I believe was their 4-hole hitter, the cleanup hitter, who crushed the ball to center off Teddy last time. 1 down now. Teddy will come set. And the pitch. Ground ball, right up the middle. That ball gets through. And again, hit them where they ain't. That ball is 3 foot one way or the other. That's a ground out. Instead, it is a seeing eye single, and runner takes first. So getting the signs now, look to see if they're running. My guess is, as big, tall as the runner is on first, he'll be going. See if Teddy gives him a look over. Runner doesn't go. 55 right there. I don't know if that was a fastball, but beautiful pitch. High and outside. Not much that the batter could do with that. Look for a pitch on the inside corner now. Runner's going. Teddy's throwing a curveball, and that runner will take second easily because there was no speed on the curveball and it was high anyway, and he got a good jump. So Warriors Elite have learned, don't go on the first pitch, go on the second pitch with Teddy because he pays attention on the first pitch but not the second. Swing and a miss at 55. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Teddy doing nothing but attacking today. So compare this with his last week where he just sort of showed up and threw. Today he's taken control of his pitches and really pitching a good game even though the score betrays him. That was a curveball and it broke away. Good stop by Kieran to get in front of that and not let the runner advance another 80 feet to third. So runner at second, 1 down, 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do him. So Teddy with 2 strikeouts this inning. And now in steps left-handed number 3 for Warriors Elite. If I remember correctly, he hit the ball through the right side, pulled it last time, so Ricardo's got to be aware. He's not doing too much worrying about the runner on second, who's doing his best job to get Teddy's attention. Here comes fastball. Plays at third. Oh, he's in safe, under the throw. Good throw by Kieran. Isaiah staffing the bag over there, and just the ball popped loose. I think the runner was in safe anyway, but nonetheless, we have a 1-0 count now. 55, good frame by Kieran though, pulling that ball back in. Our catchers could learn something from that move right there. Solid frame job. Didn't get him the call, but nonetheless, practicing that frame all the time. Ah! Batter even confused on what the count is. 3-0 now. Oh, he's in a call. Oh, ball 4. Oh, On 4 straight pitches, the batter walks for first and third. Now, all right, so first and third now, and the pitcher is now batting. Warriors elite pitcher is batting. Swing and a miss, a 52-mile-an-hour pitch. Teddy took a little something off that. Kieran wisely looking the runner back at first, but I am ready for that snap throw. Let's see if our right fielder Aaron is to back that up in case there is a snap throw. And the runner goes on the second pitch, as we've seen. Ball's high, 57 miles an hour. Teddy's still bringing lots of heat here in the second inning. With he's probably got to be into about 40 or 50 pitches at this point. So, and now we got second and third, 2 down, and a pop up to left field. Buddy, and the ball drops. It's not an error, but it should be. And that ball gets away. And now we're whipping the ball around. And so runner's going to go to third. And that is why you hit your cutoff man, everybody. So no communication in center field and left field between our Chris and Javon, and they know better. Those two have played plenty of outfield together. So no one went for it. It dropped in, and then they whipped the ball in and gave the batter a free base. So now runner on third, 2 runs in. What should be the end of the inning again, where Teddy's going to face another batter. Come on! Oh, 54. That ball was a ball, but apparently it was a strike, but apparently a ball. The strike zone's moving around on Teddy. That's just unfair to him. And that's a shot up the middle. And runner will score. So now we have a runner at first. So Teddy needs to do a better job of getting the ball down, apparently. The strike zone's gone down low. Now 14-0. 2 down, runner at first. Get him, Karen. So watch for him to run on the second pitch. Strike. There's a strike, right? And we'll see if they keep that up with running on the second pitch. Teddy threw the first one as a strike. Let's see if we can get a strike here and then a play at second. Hopefully the middle infielders know who's covering. I like it. Throw over. Not close, but lets them know that you're paying attention, that you're on to them. I'd love to see a second throw over here. Unlikely, but I'd love to see one. Runner now with a slightly smaller lead. Teddy with a throw over. Man, that makes my heart sing right there. 2 throwovers. Now you know that you got a lot of doubt in the runner's brain. So no rules on throwovers, by the way, at this age, so they can throw over all day. They could play catch if they wanted. Kieran looking for the pitch to relay. Teddy gets the sign. And foul ball, straight back. No balls, 2 strikes. With 2 down. Jack goes and retrieves the ball for Teddy. Pops into his glove. Tells him to go get him. Jack not even holding the runner on. I'm not sure why. That ball, curve 50 mile an hour. Kieran just sits there waiting for the ump to call strike 3. Doesn't. So Teddy's curveball absolutely making the right-handed batters wobbly in their knees. Batter's going, curveball. And the ball squirts through, and there's no play at second. That was a curveball again, so not much Kieran could do with that. It was coming in quite a bit slower. So now we go to a 2-2 count. So Teddy's lost the advantage here. Now he's going to have to bring a fastball, which these kids have shown that they can hit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. See if Teddy can mow him down here. Oh, curveball in the dirt. Great stop by Kieran. Even let the ball skip away, but faked it like he had. So the runner at second was frozen. Real heads up, high baseball IQ game. Then he reached down and grabbed the ball and threw it back. Ump calls time. He needs to see the whole plate. Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. So now he's got the whole plate to work with. Teddy should be able to get strike 3 here. Now we got 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. So real important payoff pitch here. Teddy comes set And the pitch is way outside. And nobody knows the count, apparently, or we were off. We were off. All right. No, we were not off. Everybody, we had to tell them it was 4 balls. So there we go. So runner takes first. And we have first and second now. Fresh count, number 14 for the new batter here. Teddy comes set. Fastball away. So Teddy losing the zone. Kieran doing a great job of making eye contact with the runner, almost daring the runner to run. Even though he didn't have the ball. So again, really heads up play. So we are about an hour and 15 minutes into this game. And we are supposed to play 4 innings. This could be a really long game if we have to do this. There's a ground ball through the right side. Jack just stops it. Is able to keep the ball from going anywhere. I apologize, I said through the right side, but Jack was off the bag and sprung on it, knocked it down. So now bases loaded, 2 down. Teddy's kind of lost the lower half of the zone here, keeping the ball elevated. So he needs to bring his fastball down. His curveball is working. I'm not sure about the changeup. There's the fastball again, high and elevated. Ball 1. So at 55, that first pitch was a ball 1. What? Oh, is it a strike? Oh, I thought you said 1 strike. That was perfect. Again, so Teddy now getting the pitch call. At 55, you can see a little's coming off the legs. And here comes the play. He's out! Yeah! Kieran with a phenomenal play at home and ends the inning. The runner got a little late jump on that. Kieran keeping his eyes on him the entire time. So therefore, and rather than make a sketchy throw to Teddy, just dives down, puts the body in the way, and walks, gets us out of the inning. So not as much damage, only 3 runs that inning, but 14-0 as a big hole to dig out of for the Jackrabbits, especially as we go into the top of the 3rd here. So as we go in the top of the 3rd, we're going to have we're going to have Kieran, Jack, Isai, and then Isaiah should be up. So that would take us to the bottom of the order. So hopefully we'll see all those guys, and then we'll turn the order over and go from there. So as we go in the top of the 3rd, we'll down a whole bunch. So we need a whole bunch more. And huge shout out to Keith, by the way, who brought an ice pack for our T-Mobile hotspot, which overheats, and then we know we have trouble with our quality of service. But he's got you covered today. Keith is the hardware guy over here. So got it, doing the scoreboard, doing a phenomenal job, and making sure we don't overheat. So it looks like the same pitcher for the Warriors Elites, who got us 3 up, 3 down last inning. So our boys had better be ready for 56-mile-an-hour, straight as an arrow shots. Step towards the pitcher, man. Step towards the pitcher. Oh, was I on mute that whole time? I hope not. Anyway, you may. Sure, that's Jack's problem. When Jack doesn't do that, he hits the ball exactly like that. Foul ball off to the left. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Sounds like Teddy is done pitching. It'll be Gianni next inning, apparently. So, again, the idea being everybody gets an inning. Teddy got 2, I guess. Swing and a miss at a 57. That's the highest number 16's thrown, I think, all day. Nice pitch. Fastball away. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So, interesting tidbit. Teddy finished both of his outings in fall ball this year with outs by the pitcher or by the catcher. In the game last week, it was a play, throw down to second, catcher stealer, runner stealing, and this one was Kieran's dive at home to get the runner stealing. So, foul ball again. Jack up on the plate, trying to kiss it with his toes. And he takes that curveball inside. Jack working himself back into a 2-2 count now. Oh, strike 3, I guess, on the outside corner. Ump with a slow strike 3 call, but he called it nonetheless. So with that, we got 2 up and 2 down. Now with Isai. That'll put Isaiah in the on-deck circle. In here. And we just need base runners at this point. I know we're all working on developing our game, but this is not Jackrabbits baseball. Usually we play to the level of our opponent. And today we're just getting smacked, getting beat around. So not really putting bat on the ball, mental errors in the field. This is not Jackrabbits baseball for sure. 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, we do that, but usually when we're playing folks that we know we can beat. Warriors Elite, on the other hand, have taken us to the woodshed here, and we've not answered back in any way. Strike. All right, so Isai's got to protect now. And we've got a ball in the field, out here in right field, and they're retrieving it. And we'll be in now for 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Isai. That's a curveball outside. Oh! Oh! So that was strike 3 apparently. Man, that was disappointing. So 3 up, 3 down again for the Jackrabbits, with not really taking the bat off the shoulder. So a couple of late strike 3 calls, and that does it. So now we go into the bottom of the 3rd. We will have some defensive changes, and we'll see. We'll call those out when we see them here. So again, Jackrabbits slowly meandering onto the field. Gianni, however, bringing the energy because he's looking to pitch. He's excited. We'll see that again. We'll see if. Oh no, maybe he's not pitching. I apologize. Teddy said Gianni was warming up. We put the ice on Teddy's arm because we thought we were done here. And oh, looks like Isaiah's going to pitch. So I love Isaiah pitching. He brings a lot of heat. He has a chance to replace in our rotation what we lose in the loss of Cole by bringing somebody who can regularly hit 60 on the gun. Difference, of course, is that Isaiah has a lot less experience pitching and has control issues. We saw him pitch last week, and similarly throwing hard and not finding the strike zone. So that's there's going to be some mentalness to that. There's also going to be a fact that there's a physical mechanics. Yes, we're between innings. Would you like to say something? And Teddy's little sister is going to say hello.
Hello. Glad that we are losing, but a way to win is to jinx it. To say that we are losing, and then we'll win.
So there you go, 8-year-old jinxing abilities. We have jinxed the Warriors Elite now by mentioning that they are ahead and the Jackrabbits are behind. So the only thing, of course, the only logical outcome for a third grader is that this will flip, and the Jackrabbits will come from behind. So we will see.
Wait,
We'll see if Lydia is.
Now, or are we just waiting?
I got him on ice.
Oh, you have him on
Yeah, I have him on ice. He's got
Does he have a Gatorade too?
I gave him a Gatorade. Yeah, so he's ready to go. He's got 9 minutes left on ice on the arm. So
Want your Coke?
I'll take my Coke next inning, I think. Oh no, I'll take that Coke now. Little Coke. Ladies and gentlemen, Teddy's mom, my wife, wonderful wife Sarah, has packed me a 7.5 ounce Coke. So a little rush of sugar here mid-game. Very appreciative. So Isaiah in all his warm-ups missing into the right-handed batter's box. So let's see if he can correct that once somebody starts standing there. All right, on the infield we've got Gianni at third, Jorge at second, Jorge at short, Ricardo at second, and Isai will be manning the bag at first. We have Kieran behind the plate, and in right field we've got Aaron. In center field we've got Chris, and in left field we have Javon. So not a lot of change in the outfield. No change in the outfield. Only one change in the infield with the move of Isai to first, and then Kieran behind the plate, but with Isaiah on the mound. That's new battery there. So that was a nice 55-mile-an-hour warm-up pitch right over the plate. Let's see if he can do that. So, and we're waiting for balls in. We're going to do coming down. And here comes the next pitch and final pitch for warm-up from Isaiah. So, looking on, beautiful throwdown by Kieran. Kieran. So again, Isaiah with all the physical attributes of throwing hard here, but it's about reproducing. Oh, I did that because it was blowing. You can undo it if you just hold this if it starts blowing. Isaiah's really his only task is can he reproduce the same throwing motion over and over and over again. So that is what he has struggled at. And so let's see if he can do that here on the mound today, because again, he can hit 60 on the gun, higher than anybody else on our team. But it doesn't do you any good if you don't throw strikes. So let's see where he lands with this first pitch. And he gets way excited, throws a 59-mile-an-hour pitch into the dirt. But that's going to happen every time you have the first pitch. You got a little bit of adrenaline rush. You got a little bit of excitement. Wants to start off blowing the batter away, and you throw the ball in the dirt. Here comes the next pitch. That one's much better. And that was called a ball. Tricky one there. It looked pretty good to me, but maybe a little outside. Third pitch of the at-bat's inside. Kieran again with the frame. So 3-0 now. And we'll see if he takes a little off. He does, and he hits that ball into left, and it's going to drop. I just can't get over how every ball has dropped. Well, we're not. I mean, it's just amazing. There's definitely, good job Warriors Elite doing it, but so many of their balls have been perfectly placed where we're not. So Isaiah gives up a leadoff single. Honestly, given where he was at last week, I'll take it. He's hitting around the plate. But he had to take a little off that, and everybody knew it. And good job on the Warriors Elite batter to know that was coming and to hit it. And we got a timeout because Ricardo's shoe is untied. And so he's, I don't know what he's doing. Open heart surgery out there. There we go. Now I'm seeing movement. So here we go with. Nope, never mind. He's doing, what is he? Oh, there we go. There you go. Now we're grabbing the glove. Now we're standing up. All right, let's see how the bottom of the third here is going to turn over with a 14-0 lead. Warriors Elite with a runner on first and nobody down. Jackrabbits struggling to make a game of this. Really not shown any life or excitement. That is a 56-mile-an-hour inside. And already we're seeing a little bit of the frustration on Isaiah. which we can't have. Isaiah's got to keep his mental acuity about him. There it is. There it is. There we go. 50. Looked like 56 on the gun.
What was it?
Looked like 56 on the gun. So, yeah, he needs to be over the plate. He needs to be over the plate. So we'll like to see that. So a little quick check-in with Isaiah's dad, Mark, who's behind the plate here, also calling balls and strikes. Sadly, Mark's calls don't matter. The only calls that matter are the man in blue, and he called that last pitch a ball. It was a ball. It didn't make it all the way to the plate. Other team, the I guess would have been the 2:30 game team, is rolling up. Little do they know that we have at least one more at bat for the Jackrabbits. And that ball is high and away, 3-1. So again, Isaiah, all the mechanics, all the physical attributes, just working on the mechanics. Same throwing motion over and over and over and over again. Can he do that? And if he can, he's going to be unhittable. Instead, he bounces that ball on the ground, ball 4. And now we got runners at first and second. So Warriors Elite doing the gentlemanly sporting, being gentlemanly and sporting, are not stealing. So we've not seen anybody run since the first inning, except on a pass ball. I guess we've seen on pass balls, which I don't blame them. But nobody is stealing on any pitches. And Isaiah's set, and he puts that one in the dirt as well. Great stop by Kieran. Kieran is definitely going to push Isai for that first catching spot on the roster. He's got all the right footwork. Swing and a foul straight back. So 1 ball, 1 strike. One thing that's different about Isaiah versus Teddy is because Teddy was in and around the zone. Fastball was still not moving much. Kids were able to time him up and swing. With Isaiah being a little bit more erratic around the zone, they just don't know if they're going to be moving or they're going to be swinging. So foul ball straight back. 51 mile an hour pitch. So Isaiah took a little one off that one. I'm not sure what that was, but we'll take it. I don't know if he's got a second pitch or not. I'll have to ask Mark if he's got a changeup. And that ball doesn't quite get there. Kieran takes it off the mask, bounces up, grabs the ball, throws it back. So toughness, I don't know. It takes a lot of discipline not to turn one's head when a ball's coming at it, just to take it off the mask. And a ball hit to the right field, and Aaron just misplays it. It misplays it like crazy. Everybody goes one base. So again, we're now to the point where the other team is just moving up one base at a time. So that stinks. I hate that word. We have played like that team today. So again, should have been out. I'm not sure. Aaron got all twisted, didn't play that one correctly, but bases loaded now. Nobody down. Isaiah not pitching badly. Certainly an improvement upon his outing last week already. So that ball's high and away though at 54. And we're taking a long, long time. Here's the pitch, here's the stretch. And finally the pitch. That ball should be a strike at the knees on the inside, but it was called a ball because Isaiah hasn't been close. And foul ball off to the left side. So 53 kind of at the ankles, fouled away. Strike. Isaiah working methodically, but not necessarily quickly. Swing and a miss at 61. That's what we're talking about. So Fit went from 54 to 61. Now, huge confidence booster for everybody if we can get a strikeout right here. So, oh, Oh, ball outside. We're going to take that to a full count now. Full count with nobody out and the bases loaded. So no place to put him. So you got to bring him something right here. Even if you got to take a little off, at least make him earn a spot him. There's a ground ball. Oh, sorry, it's a foul ball. Straight back. I got fooled. It looked like it was a ground ball to pitcher. So one of the things that Kieran can certainly do on this team is exert a leadership role. Eastside does that as well as our catcher, and be yelling about where that play should go. Would have loved to hear somebody yelling home, home, home. Strike three!
Good job, Isaiah. That's one.
One down, and a huge confidence booster for everybody in the Jackrabbits clubhouse. And I think for him, I mean, that's we like to see that. Love to see that. So the one down now, bases loaded. We've got no count to this batter. Swing! A foul ball. 59. Isaiah now touching the gun, the tops of the gun today. Exactly like I said, he can bring the heat if he can just reproduce the mechanics. Now we've been throwing multiple strikes in a row. We love to see that. So. And next pitch here. And a pop up to the right side. Will Aaron get underneath it and get it home? And will they know to get? Oh, they tried to do a double up at. Oh, they did not. I'm not sure what happened there. Aaron threw it to first rather than trying to get the runner at home. So, but nonetheless, 2 down, 1 run in. Runners at first and second. And, you know, honestly, I mean, this is heck of an outing for him. Now, we're a long way from being done, but just compare and contrast the difference in 1 week, ladies and gentlemen. Last week, the strike zone eluded him forever. And the plays, oh, Kieran almost had the play at third, but the ball was spinning in his glove and he couldn't get a hold of it. So, yeah, go back. If you're an Isaiah fan, go back and look. Last week, the zone eluded him. He had many, many walks, and it was a really frustrating outing. Look at him now. Just, you know, I mean, he's missing still, and he missed for a second time there. But in his missing, he's even close. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's we're getting a lot closer at being in the strike zone. And again, he's after bringing it down in speed a little. Oh, that ball gets way past him. I'm not sure what that was. 58, 3-0 now. And it doesn't really matter. If you walk him, you can send him to first. There's a spot at first. The runner just took second on the wild pitch there. So, 3 balls, no strikes. Isaiah now is going to have to take a little something off for accuracy purposes. He does not. He throws 59 in the dirt. But it's all right. We just walk it. It's fine. And then we can go back and do. Hey, if you could text me on the arm care, is it 15 on, 15 off, 15 on, or is it 15, 10, 15? So, love to know, because I just got ice off Teddy's shoulder. And swing left side. So Isaiah starts off well with a first pitch strike. Puts him in a position of power here. Now the key thing is, can he stay focused, not get too wild? That last batter that he walked, he was wild all over this place. That was right there, 61 at the knees on the black. Oh, Isaiah's best pitch maybe as a Jackrabbit. Beautiful pitch, beautiful pitch. You can't do anything with that if you're the batter. I just love to see him do it again. Let's see, can he reproduce these mechanics? Oh, he goes outside again at 61, but misses a little high. But the confidence is just oozing off the mound. I don't know if you can see it from the camera where you guys are at, but it is flowing. The dejected kid of last week, nowhere to be found. He has shoulders back, head high. There's a glow in his eyes as he knows he's got this batter right where he wants him. Let's see where he comes with his pitch. Oh, he drops that one in the dirt, tries to overthrow it at 59. So this will be, Isaiah, if you come back and watch this, you're overthrowing here. Rather than repeating the mechanics of your previous pitches, you're trying to put a little bit more on. Don't change your arm. Don't change where you release the ball. Drive more with your legs. That's where your power comes from anyway. Ooh, that ball almost takes the batter at the knees. No place to put him. We now go to full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runners will be going. So that is This may be one of my favorite plays in all of baseball. Runners have to go. Batter's going to be swinging. Foul ball! Ooh, and the on-deck circle. Batter on the on-deck circle has to skip out of the way. So we'll do this all again. And ball skips all the way through.
One more just like that, son.
So, thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Oh, ball's inside, and everybody's going to advance 80 feet and take the next base. That forces one run in for a total of 16 runs for Warriors Elite. And new batter in. This is the pitcher from we've seen on the mound the last couple innings for Warriors Elite. He's put the bat on the ball both times he's been up. He really liked hitting off Teddy. There's a strike at the knees on the outside corner. Might have been a little gracious from the ump. Maybe the first gracious call we've gotten this inning. But we'll take it. He might also be itching to be done with this game. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes that happens. The strike zone enlarges when umps are ready to be done. Kieran with a great stop. He is a wall back there. And we go to a 1-1 count. So Isaiah just really needs to make sure he gets the ball all the way from the rubber to the plate. There it is. Strike two on the outside corner at 60 miles an hour. So he can paint those corners at 60. There's not a whole lot of anybody, but got to make sure he gets the ball all the way there. And we've got next pitch. Pop fly off to the right-hand side. And I can't see so we're all clapping. So must have been caught by Isai over at first, I guess it looks like. So that was the third out of the inning. That will take us through three. A very poor showing for the Jackrabbits broadly, 16-0. We will go to the top of the order. No, Isaiah will lead off after a great inning on the mound. He deserves it. And that should bring us then Javon and Jorge. So Crystal and Corey, make sure you're paying attention here. And if we get through the Jorge, then we'll see Chris, Teddy, and Gianni, hopefully. So we'll see. But there's 3 outs remaining. We're pretty much over time, but we are guaranteed 4 innings here at Fall Ball. So
No, we got 20 minutes to go. We started, according to the ump, we started at 1.
right,
1:15.
but they're up by a bunch. So we're unlikely to go to another inning.
Oh, is there a mercy rule?
Yeah, there is 20, or is it 20 after 3 or something like that, or something like that?
I don't know that there is.
It's
for
4. Yeah, it's 4. It's after 4, but I think it's 12 after 4. I forgot. I think we're going to get mercied. So, or at least we're going to run out of time.
The
So,
last game was
but they had to get
3-0.
yeah, but they had to go 4 innings. You can't mercy until the 4th. Yeah.
Well, Isaiah still struggled with see, but he's listening to his pitching coach and taking his time and
Yeah, he's
definitely looking better.
Oh my goodness, so much better, so much better. In fact, Mark, what has he been working on? Fall ball's all about developmental. What's he been working on?
Isaiah's been just working on his mechanics and consistency for him, repetition, and focusing on the right movement, getting a nice stretch, and taking his time, slow, moving. He rushes things, and when he rushes, nothing good happens.
Yep.
So he was doing exactly what his pitching coach. He's been working with the coach every week. And he's been doing just what he's telling him to do.
Yeah, he was very much methodical out there, taking his time, I agree, and working and repeating. And I know it's weird to say he was missing, but he was missing better than last week for sure.
Much better. He was around the plate.
He was around the plate.
Only
Exactly.
a couple wild pitches.
Yep. And not
he
bad.
can go, and when he's not repeating, he can walk 4 straight, 5 straight, and he wasn't doing that.
We saw that last week for sure, and this week so much better. And hitting 61 and 60 on the gun several times. So again, replacing some of that heat that we know we lost when we lost Cole. So I think the goal for Coach was to have Isaiah pitch an inning or 2. I don't know if we're going to get another inning, but and then have Jack come afterwards, where there's a 10-mile-an-hour difference in speed. There's finesse versus power, and
notice that was nice. Isaiah's doing too, though, is not worrying the velocity. He doesn't have to worry about. When you once put it, it's there.
Yeah.
It's if you watch a lot of his strikes, I'm listening to you, and they're at 56, 55, 54.
He took a little off, but for accuracy, he took it off and got the hit. Got the strike.
And he hit the bats a couple times too, which is good. Let him put it in play.
Yeah, make them earn their spot. Yeah, absolutely. So with that, we'll have the man of the hour will step in. So with a good inning. He now has earned the right here to lead off this inning. Isaiah with the bat in hand. And that ball is low and away. A new pitcher here for the Warrior Elite. Can't see his number. It looks like 74 or maybe 12. Foul ball straight back at the broadcast booth here. Isaiah, a good cut there. And 1-1. So
Do you have to play 4 full innings, or if we don't do anything, it's over?
I think it's over if we don't score a bunch. And a ground ball right up the middle. And then he's out by a step at. I'm called him safe, but everybody in the world saw he was out by a step. So checked himself, and he was definitely out there.
Way
So,
to hustle, way to hustle.
but puts the bat on the ball was something we haven't done in 2 full innings. So Isaiah, really using fall ball here to work on the things he's working on, and he's got himself at least bat on the ball. Javon now up, takes a swing and foul straight back. That said 49 on the gun, but I don't think that's right. I felt like that came in faster. And it did come in at 49 apparently. That's 2 in a row at 49. So we were seeing high 50s, a good 10-mile-an-hour difference. This is exactly actually what I was talking about Coach Paul doing between Isaiah and Jack on our team is throw some heat, and then the next inning come back and throw a lot slower and mess with the timing of the batters. So we have not seen that sort of ability from many teams this year at all, and obviously Warriors Elite bringing that option here. The ball is high at 50 miles an hour, so I got us at a 2-2 count, and by I mean Keith, keeping the scoreboard up to date. Again, give Keith your love in the chat. Oh, and there is a pop-up to shortstop, and he's going to get underneath it. He's going to come down and squeeze it. So 2 up, 2 down. Both Jackrabbits putting the bat on the ball. Jorge is up. That'll put Chris on deck. And again, not sure if we're going to go another inning here, because if we get out here, there's actually time on the clock. We could go to the bottom of the inning, obviously, with the opponents up by so much. I don't know, maybe it's a chance to get more pitches for Isaiah. And there's a corked ball foul down the left field line. And and Jorge didn't go anywhere, so he knew it was going to be foul off the bat. That was a hanging curveball. Maybe at 45, I think that's what that showed that this kid was throwing. Ball low at 49. Jorge with 2 strikes, a lot of courage to take that pitch right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. That ball will be in the dirt, 2-2. Jorge really looking forward to getting a hold of 1. Foul ball, strike and caught. He is out. That's 3. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 up, 3 down. Jackrabbits again, very poor showing. And ump is calling ball game. And I think that's about right, honestly. Put us out of our misery. With that, a very uncompetitive game, unfortunately, from the Jackrabbits today. We lost 16-0. We're 0-2 in fall ball. Again, fall ball doesn't matter, but you want to see your kids show up and play. So the lineup here on the third base side and the first base side, of course, the Jackrabbits moving slowly as if they're at a funeral, not able to get on the base and say a good game. And then we'll have a little good game here at midfield. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week, I believe 4:30, if I remember correctly, so a little later on a Sunday afternoon. With that, we will end the broadcast. On behalf of Jackrabbits Broadcasting and Vamos Libres Radio, it's Keith and Mike signing off.